Welcome. This video is for Andrew. So I just want to give him a little tip on how I configured my IP phone, my T21PE2 IP phone. So, what I started with when I got the phone, I configured it with the IP address, which is on the box or the phone on the back of the phone. So, on how I did it, I loaded the MAC address into 3CX. So I'm actually going to go ahead and pull up a portal. So here's the list of my extensions. So if you go down here, you gotta go click admin, then click on users. As you can see, I have 3 IP phones. If I can get it to focus. There we go. Or maybe not. There we go. So this is my IP phone. This is the T21PE2. So yeah, all I had to do is just enter in. I clicked, I will configure the phone myself. So I go over to the phone's web interface, which is I have to enter in the IP address of the phone. To pull up the IP address of the phone, you just go click menu, then click status, and then you enter in the IPv4 address, which is at the top. So I enter in that address. And it should display this. So the username and password is both admin, and then the password is admin, all lowercase. And then I go over to account, and if you already have it registered on the web interface, yeah. So the display name is your extension number. The register name is the phone's authentication name. The username is your extension number, and the password is the authentication password. And the server host is your admin console interface, which is the website. And the outbound proxy server should be your outbound proxy server, which is your SBC. You will need a separate laptop for the SBC. I tried for weeks to get the SBC online because so yeah. So all I had to do for this Dell laptop right here, I had to install Windows 10 Enterprise. You can install Windows 11 Enterprise if you want, but you have to do that on a separate PC or laptop that has an Ethernet port on it. So I did it by using the ISO files. So yeah, if you want to meet with me, I can show you how to do that. So yeah, I got my PoE switch, and I'm just running the UI for 3CX. As you can see, everything is up and running and working well, which is very nice to see. If you need help, please let me know, and I'll be happy to help you. So let me show you how the rest of I configured the phone. So if you look up, all you have to do is just follow my instructions. So basically, again, the display name is your the display name can be your the label can be Bryce, The label can be your name. And the display name is your extension number. The register name is the authentication name, which should be in the 3CX admin console. And the username is your extension number, and on the password is your authentication password. So yeah, the server host is your admin console interface. And yeah, in your outbound proxy server, this is the one of the most important things, is your SBC address. SBC stands for Session Border Controller. And I was watching the video from Andrew. So yeah, he's a really good guy. He's got 20 subscribers. So if you want to add a SBC, I can show you how to do that. Basically, you go to dashboard, and you click voice and chat, and then you click add SBC. And it can be a Windows machine. That's why I'm going to select that myself. And then you have to install 3CX SBC on a separate PC, on a separate laptop that's running Windows 11 Enterprise or Windows 10 Enterprise. Like, I tried it on Windows 11 and it was such a pain in the butt. So I wouldn't even try installing it on Windows 11 or Windows 10. I would try installing it on Windows 11 Enterprise or Windows 10 Enterprise. So if you do have a separate PC or a separate laptop, you can run the installer on for Windows 10 Enterprise or Windows 11 Enterprise, and then you have to download 3CX SBC for Windows, and then first you enter in, select the SBC install location, and then you enter in this, which is https:// and then this, your admin console website, and then enter in authentication ID, which is right here. And you see the capital numbers; those are really important. If you do not spell this correctly, it will not work. So, and you got to make sure that your local IP address and your public IP address in the version is there. And you can name it if you want. And the SBC is really, really important. So that's what's going to run the service for the phones. So if you want to configure a phone, I can show you how to do that. You click, if you want to add another user, all you have to do is just click add. All you have to do if you want to add another user, all you have to do is just click add user. In this case, I'm not going to do that, and I have a user, so I'm going to click add user, edit user, and then I go to IP phone, and then I select configure phone. And then I choose what model I have. In this case, I'm just going to click Yeelink C21PE2. And then I'm going to enter in the MAC address. This is required. And then I select, I will configure the phone myself. In this case, I'm just going to enter in a random phone's IP address. One of my phones that I'm not configured. and then I select I will configure the phone myself. And then I select what SBC I have. In this case, I'm going to select add phone. And then all you have to do is just open the phone's web interface and then enter in the authentication ID. I'll show you what that is. Hold on, let me open up Google Chrome. And then you enter in the phone's IP address, like I showed you before. Then your admin, and then your username is admin, no uppercase letters, and then admin for the password, no lowercase, no uppercase. Sorry, all lowercase. And then you go to account, and then you click what account you want. In this case, I'm gonna demonstrate. Then you select enabled for line active. Then your label is gonna be your extension number. And then your display name is going to be your name. You can enter in your full name if you want, but in this case, I'm not going to. And then authentication ID is the register name. Register name is your authentication ID. Your username is your extension number. And then your password is going to be your authentication password. Right there. And then your server host is going to be you register a host name or IP. And your proxy server is going to be your SBC address. No idea why it says NA right there. So all you have to do is just click confirm. In this case, I'm not going to. If you click confirm, it will configure the phone itself, like, and snap. Then boom, you're good to go. So yeah, hopefully this has been a good tip for you, and have a great night. Peace!